Yeah. 5 weeks to Mother's Day for me.
8 months done 5.
Yeah. It was. We got a song on the album called Serious Way, right? And it was turned into such a Luther Vandross sexy love song. They're like, man, I think the title may need to be 9 months to Mother's Day. I got turned on to music. I was New Year's Eve, 1999, coming into the new millennium, and I was in Jamaica. And I was really hammered, and I looked up, I was like, this guy looks cool. I was Mishka, what's that? Because I pulled the thing off and woke up the next day and kind of crumpled up in my bottom pocket and I bought the album. So we listened to the album for the rest of the trip mainly, and it became sort of there were 17 of us on the trip, and we all just kind of fell in love with it. We gotta find this guy, man. I want to know more about it. Documentary, Finding Mishka. Anyway, it would have been a long documentary because 4.5 years later, after looking for him and calling a record company and just having everybody I knew keeping an eye and an ear out open for Mishka, finally I got a call from someone in my office, and I think it was in Ireland at the time, and they said a guy named Mishka's coming into the House of Blues Thursday night. I said, go see if it's him, and it was. So I got his number, called him, and I was a fan of his. And it's really a really cool way to get to know somebody, actually, if you know their work.
Yeah.
And you know their lyrics, you talk about why you dig them and why you love them, and hey man, I've been in this situation and similar, and hey, it's a great way to kick off the conversation. Then he invited me down to his house, stay with his family, his mom and his dad and his wife and his 2 kids. And I threw on a backpack, went down to Nevis, and stayed with him for about 8 days, and listened to just everything. And kind of started playing with little like lyrical arrangements, and well, what if this went there, and what if this song went in there, and then we just got along musically. A year later, he called one afternoon, and we talked about going kind of into making music together. And started Just Keep Living Records the next day. I think I got a phone, I go, hang on a second, let me call you back. And I called my lawyer, I said, I want Just Keep Living Records now. He's like, okay, got it. So I called you back, I was like, becoming JK LIVIN Records? Like, all right. I'm like, okay. What's the best Mishka can do? What's the best part of Mishka? What really works? How do we shine a light on that that's really working? How do we find another way to do that? If it can get out to ears and be heard, therefore then it starts feeding itself, and I still love doing it, and it's not a hassle. Yeah, but this is it's a real business for me, but fortunately it gets to be a business that I extremely enjoy. Basically, the start of it for me was I love this guy's music and was like, this has got to get to more ears. And I haven't heard one person that I've talked to that his music has landed on their ears that didn't get it and go, man, that made me feel a little better than I felt.
It's a blessing, you know, to have you as a friend and a partner, man.
It works. It's working,
respect.
man.
Yeah, man.
You know?